What is happening? I have spent like the last 10 minutes trying to get this live to work. So hopefully it will just figure itself out and we'll be good to go here. So this is the Artistry Collective's Live Wednesday. And today, it'll just be myself and Leah from Make All the Things With Me. And in the description box, you'll be able to see the links for Leah and myself. Christy is feeling that holiday craziness, so she won't be joining us today, but hopefully we can all get here and make it work. If you're seeing this red live button, we are finally live. I don't know what has been happening, but there's just some technical stuff going on. So we're going to do our best to just make it work. It's a total Tim Gunn's make it work moment. And hopefully you are here and able to see everything. All right, let's put... since I'm doing Christmas tree, let's put a little piece of green in the background here. You guys can hopefully see that a little better. There's Chris. Hello. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. I don't know what has been going on in YouTube land. There's some technical issues going on. Somebody else said that's been happening a lot. I only go live in here once a week, so I don't really get to see all the things that happened. So last year I made these fun little shakers. That is my little grandbaby Bella, and since last year we have a new little baby, Sophia, to welcome to the family. And so I thought I would make her own little shaker today, since she doesn't have one. And I love her little yawn in this face, especially since I'm going to put on Christmas tree. It kind of looks like to me she's singing, "Oh, Christmas tree." Maybe not, but that's okay. So these little shakers are by Clear Scraps. Clear Scraps. I am a retailer for them, so I do sell their products. And the little shakers that I've got are from Buttons Galore, and I am also a retailer for them. And so if you need any of these items, just hit me up with a message and I can hook you up. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get them to you by Christmas for this time, but you know, if you don't care, maybe you're crafting later, you want to make something after the fact, you can definitely do that as well. Okay, so you can see we've got lots of layers of chipboard here. A little piece of some, it's not acetate, it's like a plastic. And this has a little wrapper on here, so we'll want to take that off before we're done. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with the back, the solid piece, and we're going to put our little picture on there. I just love this little yawn she's got going on. So I'm going to try to decide where I want it. I might even, look at that. I love how it just frames her little face. Now we could move this around if we didn't want it to be right into her face. We could put it, you know, we could put it down here. And don't worry so much if it leaves this part open, because we'll have some little shaky bits. And we could also put in, maybe we could put in her name and the year up there. I kind of like that idea, actually. So we can kind of scooch this down just a little bit. Maybe just like this. And then once you've got it where you want it, you can trace. Or you can kind of... oh, I think I kind of like it off-centered a little bit like that. You can easily just cut them off. I'm going to go ahead and just trace a little bit so I don't mess it up here. Scooch that back over. And we'll go ahead and trace with a green pen, just because I've got that handy here and it's going to blend in really nicely. Okay. I love her little mittens. She's got some cute little mittens. We're going to cut those off, unfortunately, but that's okay. There we go. So you can see we're going to get her whole face on there now, since I scooched it down just a little bit. We'll go ahead and cut this out. And then I'm going to be using Distress Oxide, my pine needles, to color this chipboard. Now you can use all kinds of things. You could use pigment ink and embossing powder. You could use paints. You could use acrylic paints or distress paints, or really anything, whatever you have that will cover and color chipboard. You could even just use something like Sharpie markers if that's what you have and that's what you want to color with. So don't let it be too trivial. Oh, I don't have that. I can't make that. Because you definitely can. Okay. And maybe you don't have one of these kits, but you want to make one. Just get a shape of whatever it is that you have. Make several layers. You could use cardboard. Cereal box would work as well. Just make several layers and a hole in the center. And you can make your own little shaker. Okay, so before we get too far, let's just make sure that this is going to fit on the little Christmas tree. Oh, I love that little yawn. Oh my goodness. All right, let's pull into frame here. And we will see. I'll get this one all lined up. Yes, it looks like that is going to work just great. Now I do have a little bit of area that is not quite perfect, but that's okay. We can trim around again as we get it all situated here. But her little face is right into frame. And we're going to go ahead and start coloring our chipboard. So we have one base piece, which is solid. And then there's 3 layers to give it some depth. Now the depth allows you to put in the little shaky bits. And these ones are kind of bumpy. They're like little stones. All right, let's see. I love this color of green, this pine needles. Now we wouldn't necessarily have to color all the way down the bottom here because we're going to have our photo on here. But that's okay. I'm just going to color it anyways, just because it takes a second. We'll get a nice good coat on it here. And then I also like to ink up the sides. Just get some good ink all around here. We'll let that dry for a second. Now, if you have something that's quite a bit smaller, you could take a stamp or even a stencil and just stencil around the background here. Just put some little bit of interest and noise in the background. I'm getting ink all over my fingers. That's what I do, so that's totally fine. But if you don't like that, you can definitely wear gloves. Okay, how is everyone? I hope everyone is doing well. I know it's like the crazy holiday season here in the US. We are 5 days away from Christmas. I know Christmas is celebrated in other countries as well, but hello, Diana. But I know one of our friends, Chris Tompkins, is hanging out in her summer season over there in Australia. So hello to you over there. I hope you are having some kind of a nice refreshing iced tea or lemonade or something and enjoying some sunshine, but not roasting too much. Now, these inside pieces here, I like to put a little bit of color on those too, because you will see them. Now, maybe you want yours to have chipboard colored edges, and that's fine too. You could even take a contrasting color, maybe vintage photo, or my favorite, frayed burlap, and do the edges with those. Okay, we're going to just keep going. We got 2 more layers here. And you could definitely do these in non-traditional colors as well. Maybe you want your tree to be blue or white, or, oh, it's overcast and rain is hanging out. Ugh. Well, at least you're not melting. I guess that's something. I am having a caramel brulee latte from Starbucks today. They had buy one, get one free at the Target locations of Starbucks today. So I took advantage of that. Okay, look at my fingers. Oh my goodness. I was worried about my nail polish right before I went live. It was all chipped because, man, and the mediums that we play with every day as a crafter is not good for nail polish. So it was all chipped and craziness. So I took it off, and then I was like, gosh, I still have some pieces I didn't get off. And I was looking at my nails going, geez, these are a mess. But now look what I did. Okay, fortunately, this ink is water reactive and water based, so it will just rub right off of there. Hey, Shauna Cook. Hello and welcome. We are having a little play here. I'm going to make a little ornament shaker thing for my granddaughter. Okay, so I think this is going to be good after I've got this here. We're going to do a little cleanup on aisle Shauna. Oh my goodness. Now, like I said, you can use anything you want to color these. I could have just used a paintbrush or a bigger dabber or worn some gloves or any number of those things. But I just used what I had handy here. And a lot of times that is my go-to. I just use what's most convenient. There we go. We'll get that off my nail. Now I'm going to have festive green holiday hands. How about that? It is Crafter's Choice here today at the Artistry Collective. So, you know, I decorated my hands for Christmas. See, I do have still some nail polish on my fingernails, but I think that's the least of my worries now. All right, a little soap later. We'll take the rest of this off and we'll be good to go again. Okay. So now we're going to do the rest of our layering here. I have my cute little Sophia with her little Christmas tree yawn. And I'm going to glue this where it best fits here. Now, the part that is easiest to line up is that trunk of the tree. So I'm going to just glue it on there. And then I can kind of trim around any excess that I have that's not quite trimmed down enough. So I'm going to just put some glue on the back of the photo here. And then maybe... I'm still trying to figure out this glue. The other day I couldn't find the pin, so I left the lid off, which is like a no-no with these little fine tip things. And it was still working fine. And so then the next time I crafted, I did find the pin, put it back on there, and then this time I go to craft and it's all gunked up, even though I had the pin in it. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so we're going to line up this piece down here. Try to fit our little Sophia in there. Cute, cute, cute. Try not to get any green on her face. Okay, and then or glue. Jeez, I'm a mess today, you guys. A mess. Here we go. Now we can just trim down this excess here. We could also use an X-Acto blade or a box cutter. Any of those things would work fine. Maybe even better than this here. So today is Crafter's Choice. I have no idea what Leah will have in store for us today. It's funny, we typically don't talk about what it is exactly that we're going to make. We just kind of go for it. And we are crafters with totally different backgrounds. Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage is like awesome at mixed media stuff, and she's been doing junk journals and stuff this last year. And Leah has made some really amazing DIY kind of stuff as well. She did a casting of a pregnancy belly that was just amazing. And she is a scrapbooker from way back in the day as well. So you never know what you're going to get. I like to do mixed media stuff and junk journaling, of course, and I do make some cards and whatever inspires me for the day. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit ink around the edges of our cute little Sweet Sophia here, just in case if any of those edges might show. And then we're going to write her name up there at the top of the Christmas tree. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do that in my white gel pen or if I want to use black. I don't know if the white will show, but let's give it a go. We'll see what it looks like. Now, I'm not a huge fan of my handwriting, but I think I can do okay just to write her name in there. That dabber is on its way out. It's making all kinds of little pieces. Now, this is just a jelly roll pen. This is one of my favorite white gel pens. Let's see, we could write her name across here, or we could write it diagonally. Maybe we'll just go across this way. Gotta concentrate. Put a little heart on her eye there. Little off-centered, but it is still handwritten, so that's okay. And when you get to the end, if there's still more room and you don't like how it looks, do some little doodles like this. Like make it look like it was supposed to like be there to let it loop around or something fun. There we go. And we could even put a couple little dots over here so it looks like the swirl started over there. And we'll just do a couple little dots underneath of here. And I think that is really cute. We could do some at the top up here too. Once you start gel penning, it's hard to get yourself to stop. Okay. Cute. And we're probably not even going to know much of that is there because we're going to put some little shaky things in there. And let's put 2023. So then we're going to glue one of these. Oh no, look what's going to happen. We're not even going to be able to see her name. Oh, darn. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Since that is just gel pen, we're just going to go right on over it with our ink. And we'll write her names much, much smaller. No harm, no foul. So we're going to have to write it just real tiny right in there. So I'm going to put a little dot right there, and right there, and right there. Okay, so now I think we are in frame here. Ah, yes, it worked. Look at that. That's cute. Okay, so let's darken up this S just a little bit. And we'll do smaller, 20, 23. And hopefully that will just fit right there. And we'll leave that one as just a little dot. All right, it worked. So let's go ahead and glue this one into place here. And you'll want to have a really good glue, liquid glue. I suppose you could use hot glue if you really wanted to. I think that it might not be the right medium though. Press it. Now, some people might put some little clamps on it, little clips, and you could definitely do that. Looking good. Yes, we had a little correction, but no, her name just fits right in there. And once you get this on here, we can ink over it, or I may just still have to use a razor blade and cut that little bit of paper off of there. And you could also use a little nail file. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put one more layer on. And here's where we are building our height for our cute little shaker. Plenty of glue. And you see how you can see those sides that my glue is drying there, seeping a little bit. That's okay. That's why I usually try to put some color on the sides, because you can see them. This one is giving me a little bit of some struggles here, but hello, Giselle, welcome. And hello to anyone else who has wandered in. I know the live, I'm sorry, apologies. The live was a little crazy at first. I had to cancel and start again and all the things. I don't know what was going on. Here we go. Let's put some ink on this side and we'll see if that helps. There we go. It hides that paper edge that I don't want to see. Hello, Estella. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is the Artistry Collective's Crafter's Choice Wednesday live event. Okay, so if you are working with a shaker like this, whether you're using this kit or some other kit, you really want to make sure you get them all squeezed together. You can see on the inside, these are the walls. So our shaky stuff, in this case, it's going to be our sprinklets, but you know, you might be using glitter. My voice just kind of sings when I say glitter. You might be using little seed beads or little tiny beads or little stones like this, whatever it is that you have. The walls here, are what will hold all of your pieces in. I hope you guys can see me because somebody just sent me a message. Leah did. What's happening? So I hope you guys can see this, this video. She says she's stalking my channel. Leah, come on in. Let's see. Can I tag her? I don't know if it'll let me do that. Ugh. Somebody tag Leah and tell her to come on in. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put some of these little shaky bits in here. As a rule of thumb, when you're putting in shakers remember to, yes, the desk is a mess, Adela. Remember to put about half of what you think you need and you'll be good. I always put too much and then you can't see anything. So let's see. These are some little snowmans, I think. Put some little shaky things in there. I want to get some of those little trees. And it's okay to dig around in here and get the stuff that you want for your project. This is going to give us some leftovers. So you can put the little Christmas trees in there and see I've got the little white goodies over here. Hey, there she is. There's Leah, everybody. Yes, I did make it live. I had to like cancel the one live and come back as another one. So I think I have two. I don't know what was going on. It just kept saying like audio or video couldn't connect or something. So it was saying like reconnect and I don't know. It's been crazy. Okay, so there we go. There's little Sophia with all her little yawn. A couple little trees in there. I do kind of want some smaller things. Let's see. I think I have some glitter right here. We can put some little bit of some glitter. This is embossing powder. We don't want to do that. Let's see. Do I have glitter hanging out somewhere? Grit paste, grit paste. You know, it lives here, and then when you need it, it hides. Crackle paste, grit paste, frosted crystal, embossing powder. Oh, there it is. There it is. Way in the back. Why is the glitter way in the back? It's hiding, guys. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Got some dry glitter. This is rock candy. And we'll put just a little bit in there as well. Okay. And I have a fun little spoon. This is just a little silicone spoon to put this glitter in with. Okay. Oh, I can't stop. We'll do, there we go. Hi, Andrea. Try and get all that glitter off of there and close this before I sneeze or do something crazy. Okay, so we still have two more layers to put on here. I'm gonna wipe this off just because I don't want to get glitter everywhere. Whoops. So the next step is our little plastic piece, and these do have like a little coating on them. I always kind of struggle with this, so hopefully I won't bore you guys to death while I try to get that wrapper off of there. Ugh. And usually it will tell you on here, so it says important. Clear straps, acrylic shapes are crystal clear, so please remove the film from both sides. So there's a film on both sides of this little thing. So I have two parts to peel. It's kind of like peeling those clear stickers. But you can see the difference. This one has the film on both sides, and this one is nice and clear through. So I was able to get it before. Let's see. May have to like use my pokey tool or be a little more aggressive here. Oh, there it went. There it went. Okay. It literally is just a really thin film just to protect the piece of acrylic. Let's see if I can peel this side. Half of my live spent on technical difficulties, the other half spent trying to peel this acrylic protective film. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. I got it. Yay. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and put this piece down. And I'm going to try my best not to touch it. So we'll just put a layer of glue all around. And this also is going to lock our little shaky bits in. We want to make sure we get good coverage, especially now that we have glitter in there. All right, so then we're going to put our little film down. Oop. My glue does dry clear, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of smash it around in there. I think got some areas that are a little bumpy. Those little jelly pieces, or not jelly pieces, they're almost like little stones like you would put in like your garden or something. They're just kind of tall. But they do work really well as a shaker. Look at all that glitter. I am loving that. Hopefully all that rock candy doesn't completely hide Sophia back there. So let's go ahead and put this on here. We'll get our last layer on. And you could go around with a pen. You could write her name, welcome, or baby's first Christmas, and write all the way around this edge. We could also do some embossing or some wax. Maybe I will put some gilding wax on the edges. Let's see. Let's get this one glued down first. Now, like I said, you'll want good adhesive because this one now is gluing to the acrylic. And then we had to glue the other acrylic to the chipboard as well. So tacky glue, art glitter glue. This is barely art glue. pH neutral adhesive is a pretty strong holder. And I suppose you could use hot glue if you're fast. I am just not fast enough. And you're going to be gluing onto that acrylic. So I don't want to melt it, which is probably what I would do. Okay, let's put this last layer on here. Now this one just kind of covers our construction, gives a pretty finish. And let's go ahead and clip this just for a second here, once we've got it in. Oh, see? It wasn't all done, and all my little shaky glitter came out. But I think I still have plenty in there, so let's pinch that so it stops doing that. Okay. This shape is definitely a little harder to work with than the snow globe that I did last year, but still the same principles. You just want to make sure you give it a good amount of drying time. I think right there is having a little struggle because it's got the little shaky bit kind of stuck in the corner there. Okay. So we do still have quite a bit of glitter. Usually I wind up putting more glitter than I actually need. And we'll go ahead and clean up around those edges while it sticks there for a second. Clean my hands again. And before we put some of those layers on, we could have put some kind of a piece of lace if you want this to hang. For me, these just, this one here just kind of sits on my mantle, but in between the layers, you see when it does dry, you could have put a piece of lace to make like a little loop, or even just a piece of little gold twine. That would be really pretty and Christmassy. So if you don't have these in chipboard, like I said, break out your cereal box or cracker box or whatever you have. Maybe you have some bunch of noodle boxes and you want to use those. Just use, this is like the time of year for tons of packaging. So snag up those packaging and just layer them up. Whether you have a die cutter or you have a template, get them out and cut them up. All right, now we're going to really get messy, guys. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. That's just green on the edge there. And I think I'm going to do Firebird because it always leaves a good wow. Or we could do Fire Ruby. What do you guys think? Firebird or Fire Ruby? Do we want to go kind of more of a coppery color or more of a red? Let's put this away. All right, now my glue doesn't take long to dry, so that's good. Fire Ruby. All right, we'll do it. I typically lean towards Firebird, so let's do a little different and we'll do the Fire Ruby, especially since it's a little more Christmassy. Okay, so let's see here. You can kind of see those. That acrylic piece will just dry in the in-between there. So I'm going to leave it kind of hooked together while I'm putting this on. Now, it doesn't take a lot of this wax. This is by Prima. This is the Art Alchemy wax. I am also a Prima retailer, stockist, whatever you want to call it. All right, I like to just dab it on, but you can use a little cotton swab or a little ink applicator, whatever it is that you have. And we're going to need quite a bit more, I think. There we go. And I'm just going to rub it on the sides. Let it have a little bit of some color. Now you can see it's going on there. It's giving that metallic vibe. Now I did ink the sides, so, we didn't necessarily have to do that. Could also decorate these with like some little dots, like a pen or metallic pen. Maybe an embossing pen and do some embossing ink, make some little Christmas tree ornaments. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to take away from the cute little photo that's inside of there. But it does just give some fun color to the side there. And again, I'm all about making a mess today. All right, I'm just going to keep moving the clips just so it kind of stays clipped together. Now this bottom part is like the tree trunk. We could just color this whole thing. I'm still getting little pieces of glitter coming out, so That means we have a leak somewhere that's still not dry. And you could take hot glue and go around the edges and kind of try to seal it in. But I think honestly the secret is just going to be time to drying time here. All right, so let's go ahead and put this little clip back over here. I'll take this off for just a second, we'll see. And then once this wax dries, it's permanent once it's dried. So you can kind of manipulate it while it's still being applied, but then after that it is permanent. And if you've got too much, you can kind of clean it up. Just remember the ink that we put on there is water reactive. So this is a wet wipe. So once I do that, it's going to start moving around. We can always add more though, so not to worry. I still have some glue. I can see the glue stuff right in there. Now here you could take, I have these cute little tiny Christmas lights and you could sing them across or even around. You could do a trim, you could do lace or ribbon or whatever. Any of the things that you like. Let's go ahead and close this up. We'll call that good. We could take our gel pen and do some little dots all around. Make it look like there's some Christmas ornaments. But I think really what I want to do, I'm going to put these clips back on, but I think what I want to do is use my shimmer stick and just add some shimmer to the outside of that tree. And we're going to call it good. So this is just a sheer shimmer stick dauber, and it's by Imagine, the brand Imagine. They sell these at Joann's, at least at my local Joann's. And I'm just going to go ahead and dabber onto the top here. And this dries almost instantly, so it's a really good way to add some sparkle and glitter for Christmas without having a huge mess. Okay, so there is our, can you guys see that shimmer? Oh, I love that. Let's see if we can get it to shaker just a little bit. We can still see the baby in the background. Let's put these clips back on before I have any of the shakety bits coming out. And then one thing I also like to do, we'll see if I did it on the last one, is right on the back of it. The year, I did not. Let's do it. This one was last year's. And this one is Isabella from last year. So we will write. Very neat. You love this so much. Yes. So we will write Isabella's name from last year. And we'll write 2022. So it was last Christmas. And then since last Christmas, we have Sweet Sophia. Oh, I didn't color this one on the back. Let's go ahead and add some green on there. We've got a few minutes before it's Leah's turn. So we will add some more ink to the back just to make it look a little prettier since you can see the back side. Makes it look a little more finished. And we don't want to get green on that one. Again, this color is the Distress Oxide Pine Needles, and I love it. It's a really fun green. I also like Rustic Wilderness for Christmas green. Those are my two go-tos for Christmas coloring. I'll take these off just for a minute, but I am going to put them back on as it's holding it together there to dry. I think it's important to, as you know, more little humans are produced and created and brought into a family to remember to do things for them by themselves and as a sibling unit as well. My first instinct was to put Bella, a picture of Bella and the baby together in here, but then I thought last year it was just Bella and I did her photo by herself, so it'll be nice for Sophia to have one of just her by herself as well. So let's go ahead and write Sophia. And we'll write 2023. Very cute. So I'm loving how easy that was and how it turned out. It's really nice sometimes to start with a kit if you can get your hands on one. But like I said, if you can't, you could just even use a cookie cutter and trace out a shape onto some, yep, some cereal box. There we go. Really thin chipboard. I think I've got glitter. I've got glitter all over the acetate part of it, but that's because it's on the inside though. So now one thing you can also do if you're making shakers is take a dryer sheet and rub it on the inside as you're putting it together, and that'll help that glitter not stick to the top, but that's okay. I really don't mind that it's sticking there. It's just, I think it's just kind of cute, part of its charm. And that will be it. Now this one, I had a little bit of a ledge down here because it was the snow globe. So this little chip, this is not chipboard. This is one of those little decorative wooden pieces. And I just added it on here with a little fake flower and a piece of little holly to decorate even more. So I was going to write her name on the front here and I just never did it. So I think on the back will be just fine. So if you have, if your design has this little piece of an edge here, you can definitely add some more. There is other shapes and designs as well. This one here is a little snowflake. They don't come with these shaky packages. I put those together myself. So kind of combine the two companies because I felt like these little shaky bits go so perfectly with this here. So this one's the shape of a snowflake. I have heart ones. I have, this one is a bell, which I feel like is really pretty. Let's see. And you can see there's all kinds of little shakety bits. You can put sequins. You don't have to use glitter if you are absolutely opposed to glitter. I know some people have a no glitter house rule. I would not be nearly as happy if I had no glitter in my life. I just love to sparkle, even though it makes such a mess. And then you don't wind up using all of this, so you can save these for other ones. You can, glue these on. You could use these to glue onto the outside and make a whole little rim around there. So lots and lots of things you can do with these these ones I think are the sparklets, is what it's called. Yeah, sparklets. I do sell these just separate as well. Let's see. We did pretty good. I like it with that little bit of wax around there. Do you guys like the wax around it, or did you like it before? All right, let's take a sip of coffee. I hope everybody is having something refreshing and wonderful to drink. And I know people say they don't like being asked, are you all ready for Christmas? But I think it's just something that people can talk to you about aside from the weather. This time of year, they know that people are getting ready for the holidays, and it's, something nice that people can talk to you about. So roll your eyes silently. I used to think that when I was younger too. I thought, oh my gosh, if one more person says, wow, nice weather we're having. But honestly, I think it's just some people's way of being conversational. You got a cupcake hot coffee. Ooh, that sounds wonderful. You love this so much. It's cute. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they are super fun. Easy to make. especially when you start with that kit, but really not that difficult to make otherwise. So you can just get a little template. And actually, using a cookie cutter would be really easy because you could trace the inside to get this inside piece and trace the outside to get that rest of the frame. So you could do whatever shape you have a cookie cutter for. And I know Joann's, last time I was there, they had cookie cutters for $1 or 99 cents. So even cheaper than Dollar Tree. And the cookie cutters that I'm talking about are the little metal ones, but they, of course, make them plastic these days as well. But those would make really fun little templates to trace. Of course, you can print off a template from the internet or wherever. Watch some of the packaging that you get as well. They have fun shapes and things that you can trace and use that way. So next after me, we don't have Christy tonight. Christy has a lot of chaos going on right now. I think a lot of us do as well. So as a collective, we do our best to bring our Wednesdays to you, all three of us together, but sometimes we just can't make that happen. And that's okay. Like I said, we're three ladies that work together trying to help each other grow and just support each other as we go through this crafty life. So up after me is going to be Make All the Things with me, Leah, who's been commenting here in the comments. And tonight is Crafter's Choice, so I don't know what kind of craft she will have up her sleeve, but it's always something wonderful, whether it's a DIY kind of a home decor project or it's paper crafts or something. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I would say Merry Christmas to you, but let's just say Happy Holidays for Chris because she is in Australia and it's summertime. And I thought to myself, I could just see her sitting outside enjoying a nice lemonade or something in the sun, but she said it was overcast and cool. So at least she's not melting. But yes, you guys are so welcome. Thank you so much for bearing with me as we got through our technical hurdles. And I've got to go clean up my other live, and hopefully this one found you all okay. If you could do me a favor, give the video a big thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all of the things, and go and check out Leah from Make All the Things with Me. I'll show you real quick what our little project looks like tonight. And of course, this was my one from last year with her sister. So super cute. I can't shaky this one because I think it will leak. It's still trying to dry. But eventually we'll be able to shake it just like we can shake this one. So have a great night, you guys, and I'll see you over at Make All the Things with me. And I'm going to go ahead and head on over there and see what Leah is crafting up for this Crafter's Choice Artistry Collective Live Night. See you guys next Wednesday. Hopefully we have a little less technical issues. Bye, everyone.